Hello dear friends, let's talk about problems of Audi A3. The build quality of the Audi A3 promises you to drive without too much worry if you keep it regular. More reliable are the models after the 2005 rebuild. 1.4 TSFI petrol engine chain is capable of stretching for about 100,000 kilometers. FSI engines are known for accumulating carbon deposits on valves, causing a loss of power. 2.0 FSI model from 2005. Ignition coil malfunctions. 3.2 V6 petrol engine. In the initial models made in 2003 and 2004, there is an excessive stretching of the chains, which can lead to severe engine damage. Bending of the valves, damage to pistons, connecting rods and crankshafts. Engine cooling fan problems on 1.8 T engines can be caused by excessive moisture under battery fuse box, causing corrosion. The advice is to replace the fuse and spray with WD-40 spray. Audi 3 models manufactured after 2005 include models with a particulate filter. People who go a long way in city driving are advised to avoid them. The Audi A3 with 1.9 TDI engines, 105 HP, leaks fuel at the fuel pump. Error on models manufactured between March and August 2004. The 1.9 TDI engine may have known problems with flow meter, turbine, and EGR valve problems. The 1.9 TDI and 2.0 TDI 105 HP and 140 HP engines, specially made until January 2004, if they have a rough turn and jerk at low RPM. The engine runs on 3 cylinders, especially at cold start and acceleration. They are caused by engine management, poor measurement of injector flow from computers. Remedy: reprogramming with new software. 1.9 TDI and 2.0 TDI diesel engines. In some rare cases, they suffer from a turbine failure, which is a result of a manufacturing error. On 2.0 TDI engines, the timing belt can fail at about 100,000 kilometers due to a failure of the tensioner. So it is wise to ignore Audi's recommendation of replacing the timing belt at 180,000 kilometers. Replace gear belt, tensioner, and whatever is needed every 4 years or 100,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. The head of the 2.0 16V TDI engine breaks after 100 kilometers. Initially, the water level drops and causes the engine to run smoothly. Revocation to replace Siemens piezoelectric injectors installed between 2006 to 2009, 2.0 TDI BMN engine. All injectors with 2.0 TDI PD motors using piezoelectric Siemens injectors and Siemens ECUs are affected by this problem. Most problems on the Passat 2.0 TDI 140 HP BKD. No problem since 2009 and the introduction of a common rail system on the 2.0 TDI engine. There was a recall of the Audi A3 with 2.0 TDI 140 bhp engines and a manual transmission due to the failure of the flywheel, which could cause a problem with the manual transmission. The errors are exposed to models manufactured between October 2003 and December 2005. DSG gearbox. On some models, shaking the transmission at low revs to a lower gear. For Audi A3 with DSG gearbox, the software can delay the message from the brake switch to the ECU that the brakes are released, leaving the car at an intersection or roundabout running out of fuel into the combustion chamber and shutting down. A loud manual transmission is usually caused by worn bearings. Remove and shred to pieces to find any other items that show signs of wear, mostly synchronous. Code DCG gearbox mechatronics problems occasionally occur. Avoid cars with DSG gearbox with a jerk who is loud or has trouble changing gears. The gearbox works phenomenally, but after 100,000 IT requires expensive maintenance to replace the oil, sometimes the clutch. The Audi A3 6-speed transmission can become rigid when changing gears from 1 to 2. The first one is to replace the transmission oil. Failure to do so requires the replacement of a synchronous ring. The Audi A3 with 6th-speed manual transmission made in 2006 and 2007 have problems with the planetary gearbox due to a faulty assembly. Quite a high incidence of puncturing the transmission case. The same error also occurs on the Seat Leon, Skoda Octavia and Golf 5. The warning error lamp indicates the error code pressure stimulus G201. This is installed inside the TIF's MK60 ABS system and requires replacement of the ABS unit/pump. The problem seems to occur with age. The problem occurs mainly between 3 to 5 years of age of the car. Before you start looking for and solving problems, try a few sudden brakes, which bring ABS into the game. This can sometimes release a stuck brake pressure sensor. Possibility of cracks on the vacuum tube from the brake servo, resulting in the loss of brake assist servo. On Audi A3 Quattro models, there is rarely a chance of damage to the rear brake pipe. In extreme cases, this can lead to failure of one brake line. Frequent failures of air conditioners and/or compressors of air conditioners, which are expensive to repair. Digital LED displays may be damaged due to sub-zero temperatures. On the front axle, problems with the silencer blocks leading to a thud knocking from the rear suspension on the Audi A3 indicates transverse shoulders. Bearings typically withstand up to 100,000 kilometers. The rear wiper stops at different positions on the rear window until it completely stops. Repair involves replacing the electric motor. Front tires. On some models until 2005, with accelerating asymmetrical wear on the front tires, the factory was not adjusted to the factory. Airbag indicator. Ignition sometimes unexpected. Check the connections of the airbag wiring harness. The front side windows get stuck when lowering. They are glued and will not continue lowering. The problem is solved by lubricating the cedar, guide, glass or replacing it. The occasional failure of the power steering on slow maneuvers, such as parking. Some Audi A3s with a dark metallic color may suffer from acidic bird feces damage. The problem with the air conditioner compress often has to change. Models manufactured since 2005 no longer have this problem.